All right, so from middle school, from elementary school, you moved on to middle school.
Yes, sir.
And
Conrad in Wilmington.
Okay, now Conrad was 7th and 8th grade, so you went to Elkton through 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so 7th and 8th grade, you're at Conrad, which is back in Wilmington.
Yes.
Do you remember your experiences there?
Yeah, I mean, around that time, Conrad, that was middle school. We were living in Browntown then.
Okay.
You know, with my grandpa, my mom, and I. I'm not sure where he was at.
Now, would you consider that the hood?
Shit, yeah, it's my hood.
Right.
Right.
Right. Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, it's my hood.
Because you mentioned that before that you had got bullied a little bit in Conrad.
Huh?
I said you mentioned before that you had got bullied a little bit in Conrad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I did get picked on.
By Lewis. Lewis?
Man, I think, yeah.
Kid named Lewis used
like
to
Luis or something like that. Might have been like Luis Rodriguez, something like that, man. Hispanic kids. But it was a couple people, man. I used to get picked on for little things.
Okay.
But the crazy part about it.
So in middle school, you're not as tall as you are today.
I was lanky, big feet.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Teeth was a little weird.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the things I got picked on, they grew into being my
your staples
as far as making me money.
Really?
You know? Yeah,
example.
People used to pick on the way I walked.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then I can't tell you how many runways I've graced.
So you got into modeling because of that. Okay.
Not because of that. But I look back and I'm like, wow, they used to say, yo,
they used to clown the way you walk, and now you're a model.
How can you walk funny? But then now people got to pay me to learn how to teach a man how to walk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Like, that's a conversation. That's crazy.
Okay.
Who would think you could get paid to teach someone how to walk?
Exactly.
It don't even sound right.
Right? It's something everybody learns how to do.
Exactly.
But you got to learn how to do it on the runway. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But even still, everyday life is the correct way to walk. Posture and everything like that.
Correction, because my dad used to make fun of how I walked.
My pop used to
daily. He's like, yo, you bounce on your toes when you walk. Some people might say that I still do it, even though I don't think that I do. But like for me personally, like when I walk correctly, like heel toe, like my back always used to hurt. And I think that's why I was walking like that as a kid, so that my back wouldn't hurt from walking correctly.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know. But I just know you're supposed to walk, you know, with a good posture. Like you got somewhere to go. Got
it. So that was one of the things that people picked on you about. Anything else?
They used to say I walk funny. My eyelashes was long.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Shit like that, but hey, I'm good.
So you moved. So that was around the time where Conrad switched uniforms.
Yeah. Then we ended up moving to the suburbs.
Okay, where?
And it was Newcastle.
Delaware. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, I went to
in 8th grade, Gunning Bedford.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
How so now you've been to technically 3 middle schools. You've been to Elkton, you've been to Conrad, you've been to Gunning. Of the 3,
but Elkton was like short-lived.
Okay. Elkton was short-lived. Yeah. What would you say was your favorite like of all the middle schools?
I lost my first fight in Elkton.
Really?
Yeah. We ain't talk about that.
You remember the kid you fought?
Yeah, his name was Michael.
Okay.
Yeah, man,
you remember how it started?
Too, man. I want to run that back.
You know?
I want to run that back.
Mike, man. We coming for you.
I would love to. I would love to. Any day of the week.
Do you remember what happened? How it started?
He tripped me, man. So he got close to me, you know. But his foot went behind mine. He pushed me down. He's already 2 years older than me, man.
Oh, he's one of the older kids.
He's a big kid.
Okay.
You know. But yeah. I would love to
now, but in Gunning Bedford, that's where you started to play basketball. Your height, you were able to use your height to your advantage.
Yeah. I was learning too.
What position did you play?
At that point in middle school, you know, since I was tall, they had me playing like a center.
Okay.
Power forward, small forward.
Right.
But I had 2 big guys with me. Shout out to my man Langston Burke.
Okay.
You know, and yeah.
And you had mentioned Langston was your childhood best friend.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. My son's godfather.
Okay. Really. Also on your team, you mentioned Marcel, Robert.
Well, Marcel wasn't on the team, and Marcel and Rob, those are just my childhood best friends.
Oh, okay.
I was actually supposed to get with Marcel yesterday. So if you see this, I'm sorry. I wasn't feeling well, man. I ended up taking a nap.
Now, part of it being that model, so you grew up kind of to be like the model / stripper / shirtless waitress. Like you found success in all of that, like the things that kids were clowning growing up.
That's how you bust that question out. Model / stripper. Yeah, I was a male entertainer for. I started probably about 6-7 years ago.
Okay.
In Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But modeling was before then. Modeling led to personal training. Personal training led to the dancing, and the dancing led to boxing.
Wow, that's incredible. That's an incredible story.
Yeah.
So you go from Gunning Bedford in 8th grade to where in high school?
High school was William Penn in Middletown.
In Middletown,
William
Delaware.
Penn for 9th, 11th, and 12th, in Middletown for 10th grade.
Okay, okay. So what happened where you did William Penn in 9th grade. You transferred to Middletown in 10th grade and then back to William Penn in 11th and 12th.
Yeah.
What kind of happened there?
That's when I told you we ended up going out to the country.
Okay.
So I can't remember exactly, but I remember my mom and my pop had separated again. So
Okay.
we went to Middletown, stayed with my titi Ruthie.
Okay.
So I lived in a Puerto Rican household during the time period. I loved it. I love that woman. I see her twice a week.
Okay.
My aunt Ruthie, my titi Ruthie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to TT Ruthie.
Yeah. That's my baby. But she didn't teach us Spanish. She didn't teach her kids Spanish. I need to know Spanish. Somebody out there want to teach me.
So you had some interesting experiences in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You got your first job.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first?
McDonald's and Burger King.
McDonald's and Burger King.
I got fired.
Wait. So McDonald's first.
Yeah.
You were working there for how long?
I got fired I was working there for a little while, but
Okay.
I got fired. Trying to be cool. This dude I thought was cool.
Right.
I was giving out free food to when they caught me giving out free food. So I couldn't tell my mom I got fired.
Right.
So on the way home, I went over to Burger King, applied, ended up getting that job.
Just like the same day.
Nah. I took a little bit, but I was able to get the job before my mom found out.
Okay.
I lost the McDonald's gig.
Okay, got it.
But I always been a hustler, so I always knew I had to work.
How long did you do Burger
some type
King?
of way. As long as I had to. I can't remember.
Okay. But you also had the Office Max job.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, what grade? What grade was Office Max?
Office Max. I was a older teenager.
Oh, so about 11th, 12th grade.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I had a car then.
How was your Office Max experience?
Office Max was interesting.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, when growing up, did you ever have any trouble with the law?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. Nothing violent, but no. I did. Okay. Yeah. I had some issues. I've had a few run-ins. Never no really horrible police interactions where it was like police brutality or anything like that.
Okay.
It's always been respectful for the most part.
Okay.
I believe because of the way I carry myself. But, unfortunately, 2020 and so many more other people we lost from police brutality can't say the same.
Right. Let me ask you a question. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the worst ever and 10 being the best possible, how would you rate your childhood?
Okay. Perspective.
Okay.
Once again. You know what I mean? Because if I was to tell you a 1, right, and think about all my bad times,
right.
That's easy. That's an easy way out to me.
Okay.
Right? And then that's disrespectful to the people who attempted to raise me. You
Okay.
feel me?
Okay.
So my life, for what I believe, was the best. So I will say a 10.
A 10.
That's just being honest.
Okay.
The lowest I'm gonna go is an 8. Shit.
Okay.
But definitely a 10. Why not?
So people probably will want to know what consists of a 10 childhood.
Like I told you, man, my mom endured some tough times.
Okay. Okay.
My father was in and out, but he did the best he could. He had his issues. Times was hard, coming up during that period.
Okay.
You feel me? But they fought.
Okay.
So for me to say or dwell on the bad things, I just feel like that wouldn't be honorable. You feel me?
Got it.
And my father raised me to be noble, honorable as far as stand on your own shit. You got to handle what's yours. Your life is your life. That's just how I feel about it. And I done been through some shit. Stuff in my car. I'm stuff in my car with my dog. You know, and people don't know stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but my grandma, you asked my grandma,
Right.
my grandma Audrey, love you. That's my dad's mom. If you ever say to her, how you doing? She gonna say, I'm fine, ain't no reason to complain.
I know that's right.
It ain't gonna change nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for me, perspective once again, so I gotta give my life a 10.
Okay. Now, are you a parent today?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you have a lovely...
I have a son and a daughter.
Okay, what are their age
13 and
ranges?
14.
13 and 14.
Yeah.
So you know your parents, you know their parenting styles and how they raise you because you were there. What would you say are some similarities and differences between your parenting style and your parents' parenting style?
I've never given my kids a beating.
Okay.
Not to say my parents gave me a lot of beatings, but I got a couple beatings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But shoot, I think a lot of these kids need beatings. You know.
But your parents were strict.
Sensitive nowadays.
Right,
man. You
right,
can't
right.
say nothing nowadays without somebody whining and thinking you supposed to care because they crying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just because you crying don't change the matter of what's in hand. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
what's right is what's right. What's wrong is wrong. You know?
Right.
Simple as that.
So your parents were strict. It seems like you're strict too.
I won't even say they were strict. My daddy was strict.
Okay.
For real.
Okay.
You know, my daddy was very strict. You couldn't get nothing past him. But for me, I just feel like with everything I've been through,
Right.
you know, you learn to build a demeanor to where it's like I say it again. Tough times don't last, tough people do. It's perspective. You know what I'm saying? So for me, everything is just the way I look at it. And I done been down and out too, so I understand what people go through.
So it sounds like
ain't
you
got
grew up
nothing,
in a...
no meals to eat.
Right.
You ain't making no job. You ain't got no income.
Right.
Like I understand times is hard, but like even in the hardest of times, I done had conversations with homeless people.
Right.
I feed the homeless people whenever I can.
Right.
You know, because that's what makes me feel good.
Okay.
You know, but I feel like everybody got to try to do something.
Right.
You know?
Right.
If that's your cards dealt in hand, you just got to handle it. You just got to do what you got to do. I'm sorry. You know, and a lot of people might say, man, he's just being fucking a prick or he non-insensitive or whatever.
Right.
But life don't show no mercy either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't really care. You know what I mean?
Right.
For real, bro. And I learned that. So I just feel like everything that come at me, I handle. Life is hard. So you got to be harder.
Do you have a worst childhood day or time period that you would like to forever forget?
Worst childhood day. It's hard for me to pinpoint one thing.
Okay. Now, before you had mentioned that there was an incident with your dad.
Oh, like, I mean, man, it's a lot of incidents.
A lot of incidents.
Yeah.
A lot of incidents.
So many incidents with him. You know, yeah, it's a lot with him.
Okay.
But if I'm thinking like worst childhood. What would that consist of to you though? What would you think would be like the worst childhood memory?
A day that you wish like you could erase.
Because I could say getting arrested, but if you've been arrested so many times, you
Right.
get used to it.
But maybe the first time.
Well, the
like
first
I
time
got
for
in trouble a
anybody,
lot.
it makes you nervous.
Right.
But after that, it's just routine.
Okay.
It's just business.
Okay.
Come on, let's get this over with so I can hurry up and get back out on the streets.
So for you personally, it's so many moments and so many like you can't pinpoint one per se.
I can't pinpoint one. Because
All right.
I guess my perspective on everything is I dealt with it. Like,
Okay.
Yo, I'm really trying to think too. What would be yours?
For me personally, well, like you said, I got a couple, but one happened in 5th grade where my fifth grade teacher, Miss Glenn, called my house and told my mom that I wanted to be part of a gang. And when exactly. When my dad got home that day, that was like, without going into detail, one of the first longest night of my life ever. That was a long night, and I hated Miss Glenn for that. And I didn't even talk in school for like 2 weeks. So I would love to erase that personally.
Well, maybe my worst childhood memory. See, and then I can't even say that because all of that shit made me. That's what made me. So how can I say, nah, I ain't got nothing.
Okay, so let's flip it. Do you have a favorite childhood day or time period that if you could, you would love to go back to?
Man, I miss. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, when you think of like of a more like intimate side, like you know, probably like the first time I helped my son.
Okay. Okay. How was that? How was that experience?
It was empowering, you know, to
Okay.
say the least.
Okay.
You know, because I was in North Dakota when he was born. I was in college. I was playing
Okay.
basketball up there.
Okay.
So my mom was there, but when I came back, you know, I had to meet him, you know, first time.
Okay.
So they was home, and I don't think I'll ever forget that moment.